AMC Pop Universe. Welcome to our spoiler talk on Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm here with the family. I'm going to blow through this real quick. The love of my life, my ward, my wife, Christy K is here today. Hi, guys. All right, great. The professional, the spotlight, Scotty Gash. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Culture Vultures? I'm Brandon K. All right, so I'm just doing that because we just did an episode. I'm sure you just heard it and you're coming over to check out our spoiler talk. Because if you haven't watched this yet, the numbers say you probably have $500 million already in, what, 5 days? 200 million domestically, so it's still good.
265 or something like that domestically and $500 million worldwide. It's
still good. But before we get into that, AMC, I want you to listen to me. Put the time on the clock. It's a timeout. Where's the clock?
2-minute timeout.
Mark, put time up. Quit putting in the goddamn Nicole Kidman thing up every movie.
Every movie is going to come up.
I haven't been to a movie in probably 3 years. You can play the same damn stupid artsy bullshit before the movie. It's like, it's time for the movie. Nope. Here comes Nicole Kidman. I love movies because here they are. And their stupid look on your stupid face. I hate you, Nicole Kidman. I hate you. Right.
Can I say,
wow,
Scott,
that's why
I
go to
can't
Regal.
believe they're still putting that dumb thing on there.
Scott, I tried to avoid this by going 25 minutes late, and we still...
Because they
as
put
soon as
it
we
on.
walked in and sat down, we saw it. And I was like, no.
You got the trailers done. Here's your stupid Coke commercial you're going to have every goddamn time. All right, it's movie time. They shut the lights down. You're like, here we go. Nope, here comes Nicole Kidman. Here, things feel real.
That's fine. I go to Regal. I don't have to deal with that.
It sucks. I'd go to Regal, but the goddamn chairs are so nice at AMC. They lean back. You warm them up if you want. It's nice.
Hey, Brandon, do you want to tell everyone that this is a spoiler talk?
Yes. I think I did already, but I'll do it again. Spoiler talk. So if you haven't watched this movie, I highly recommend you don't listen to this because a lot of the charm that I liked about this movie, and I think most people, are the cameos and the things like that you, if they're spoiled, they're going to lose a lot of oomph for you. One especially that I severely popped for, and I didn't. If that was ruined for me, I would not have the effect at all that it had. So
I
went into this almost spoiler free. I mean, I saw the trailers, but short of that, I stayed away from any message boards, any stupid stuff like that. The only person I knew was going to be here was X-23 because she was in one of the trailers.
She was in one of the trailers, yeah.
Yes.
I wish they wouldn't even have spoiled her because everybody's coming to watch this movie anyway.
Glad. I avoided even the trailers for this. I didn't even watch the trailers for it.
Yeah.
So she was actually a surprise for me, and
good.
I was excited. I popped for it. I was like, okay, I'm here for this. So that was exciting. I liked it.
Well, she
I'm
grew
glad
up.
I avoided it.
Was Logan that long ago? Like, I felt like I guess it was. I guess, kids grow up fast, but man, she was like double the size of before, you know what I mean? She got big. Not fat, like tall. All right.
She grew up.
All right, so there's a lot of cameos. So, guys, what'd you have first on the list? Let's structure this a little bit. So
I put what's good, what's bad, what does this mean for MCU? Just general thoughts. Don't say the pop or bust that you said, but general thoughts or what did you like about it or didn't like about it?
A lot of the inside jokes were great. Like F you, Fox, we're going to Disneyland. Or when he's bringing in Wolverine to Disney,
suck it.
Yeah.
Suck it, Fox.
Suck it, Fox.
We're going to Disneyland.
There's so many jokes. You say, hey, welcome to the MCU. Oh, you're probably coming at a really down time. And I'm like,
damn it, you're stealing all my crew.
Okay, that's two I like. You guys throw something. Because there's a ton of them. I don't want to take them all because there's so many funny one-liners in here.
My first one was, welcome to Marvel. You're joining at a bit of a low point. That was great. And I laughed every time. I don't know why, but every time he said baby knife, I laughed my ass off of that.
I was actually hoping he brought that back at the end of the movie somewhere. And I think he did once. But I think
he did. He did.
But like in a big moment. You know what I mean? Like, because it was funny. Every time he said, baby knife.
Iconic.
One of my other favorites was something happens to the character that's played by Chris Evans, and he's like, that's fine, though. P.S. Did you know what he was doing to this budget? That was great.
That was good. We can talk about spoilers. If he gets killed. So Chris Evans is in this movie, and if you haven't heard yet, and if you saw, which was awesome, and he they really present it that Captain America is here to save the moment, and they do a good job with it. He does the superhero pose, and he's gonna say it. And I'm like, well, Avengers Assemble is kind of weird to say here, but all right, I'll listen to it. Let's go, because I surprised. And he goes, "Flame on!" I was like, "Oh no, he didn't."
But Ryan Reynolds said, "Avengers, what?"
This is so good, and and then he shoots his damn flame at Pyro, who's like, "Why would you?" The worst guy for that to happen to, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't really know him." And Ryan Reynolds is like, "Well, I thought I did."
I thought I did. Yeah.
I thought I did.
It's so funny.
The other one that Christy kind of insinuated during the regular show without spoiling was like, "Oh, by the way, this is Logan. He's usually shirtless, but he's let himself go since the divorce." I was like, "Oh man,
so painful."
Now, speaking of that inside jokes, he was like, "What's on your head?" And he had them staples in his head where he put his toupee in, right? And it was like an awkward joke for the movie. He was like, something about it. I don't know if anybody knows. And Hugh Jackman was laughing. He's like,
bust out laughing.
He's like, "No, everybody noticed." And I was like, "Does he wear a toupee in real life?" And I looked it up, and it said some people said maybe he did, but I don't know. If it's not an inside joke, it was funny because it was awkward in that moment, right? Because he don't know anybody Deadpool knows. So why would he say that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, if that gorgeous hunk of man, Ryan Reynolds, wears a toupee, I don't feel bad about my balding spot here. I don't feel so bad.
I just shaved mine. I didn't care.
Oh, it was so good.
You guys got any other quotes before we get to anything else? I got a bunch of others. I just didn't want to everybody off.
So many jokes.
I have some that are more serious. Yeah. Like we talk about the multiverse and stuff later. I want to talk about that though longer than like a one-liner.
Yeah, one-liner. Well, I have a couple. I have a couple other quotes. I'll just throw them out real quick. They're all getting like pumped up after all the cameos, and we learned that they're gonna go after Cassandra, and they're like, "Yeah, let's fucking go." And he says, "You're all dead." And Deadpool turns around and says, "Oh my God, just read the room."
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, it was like, "Read the room." That was
of course,
good.
one of the cameos, Wesley Snipes. But as they're going back in, he says, "There's only one blade. There's only ever going to be one blade." And then Ryan Reynolds just looks at the camera like, "Oh,
he's like,
oh,
yeah, that was a good one.
Disney brought him back. They're going to make him do this shit till he's 90 years old."
And
that
then
was good.
It was a good recurring line. He's like, "Till you're 90."
Yeah. And my last one is, for those of you that have seen it, obviously, Wolverine actually puts the mask on. It's a big geek out moment. And there's a spot where he's beating somebody up, and Ryan Reynolds says, "The mask is really scary, isn't it? It's like Batman, but he can actually move his neck."
Yeah, that was funny. There's a lot.
So those are the ones that I wrote down.
Yeah, there was a lot of good funny one-liners. There's a lot of good funny Easter eggs too. We can get into that.
So many.
The Wolverine variants, I actually popped because I like the brown and red Wolverine going to fight Hulk. It's when I actually started coming into Wolverine. My first Wolverine figure was that color outfit, so that's how I always knew Wolverine. But you never see it. Like it's one of those things that died somewhere. And that was so when I saw it, I was just instantly like, "Oh my God, that's so cool! It looked cool."
That's the one where he said, "You actually fight Hulk in this outfit, don't you?" And then Hulk's behind him.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. The one that I liked was the Uncanny X-Men cover where he's on the X cross, and it's just a mound of skulls. That one I really liked.
That was cool. Even just the biker one where well, that's a big cameo. I won't even say that.
Absolutely huge one.
But like it's he's smoking a cigar. He's got the muscles. He's got the bike. And that's obviously a very iconic looking Wolverine. The little small one was awesome because Wolverine's like 5'4" in the comics,
right?
Yeah, this little person, Wolverine. It was Hugh Jackman, but they brought him down. It was so funny looking.
Well, they said in the original that if he was true to form, he would be really short compared to the other X-Men, so they just overdid it. It was a funny joke, though.
I liked it. So that's the Easter eggs at the very end. There's probably more. I can't remember them all, but there's a lot of Easter eggs throughout this whole movie. Do you guys want to go through those or the cameos first?
Yeah, we should go through your cameos, I think.
All right, so speaking of that, Henry Cavill is Wolverine in the biker scene, which I thought was great. What an F you to DCEU. He took that just to be like, yeah, here.
Yep.
And
there was like when he got let go, everyone was like, "Oh, who's going to be the new Wolverine?" Since Hugh Jackman can't do it anymore, quote unquote, can't do it anymore.
He looked
And
good.
Cavill was the one that a lot of people said.
I think he could pull it off.
Absolutely.
Seeing that, I think he could pull it off. But what do you call him, Calverine or something like that? He actually says his
Cavalry.
name.
Oh my God, it's the Cavalry.
That's good. That was a good one. Chris Evans, we already talked about. Let's talk about. Okay, so we know about what's her name, A23 or A20? What did I always screw her name
X23.
up? X23. But then we get
Laura.
We get Jennifer Garner, Elektra from a really old movie, Daredevil with Ben Affleck, which sucked ass, but that was interesting to see. I did not expect that. I blew it in the thing. Blade is in here. Wesley Snipes is coming in.
That's where I geeked out. I geeked out for Wesley Snipes. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I geeked out.
He still looked pretty good. He's obviously tiny.
Oh, he absolutely did.
He's still in good shape. He looks. I think he could play the role, honestly.
No, he can't. They already hired somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little older. Like, he is smaller. He's visibly smaller than he was when he. But of course, he's probably 60 or some years old, right? He's got to be older.
Yeah, he's probably 60. He's probably late 50s, if not 60.
I definitely think that he could do it. And then Gambit walks in. First real live action, true to comic looking Gambit, and I absolutely hated it.
Did you really?
I didn't like it.
I actually was mad. I was mad now that they never did make a movie of it because I thought it was well done. I mean, they make fun of it, but
I think that was on purpose too. Like, the accent was so botched, but it was Channing Tatum or whatever. I think what's his name?
Channing Tatum.
I think that it was botched on purpose for the jokes, because Deadpool kept saying, "What are you saying? I don't know what you're saying."
Who are your voice coaches? The Minions?
Yeah. I don't think, though, he could carry a movie. That's what, when I saw that, I was like, I don't know, this character could carry a movie. Maybe he could. Played a little differently.
I don't know. I like the action that was involved with him. Obviously not the speech, but everything else. And I loved how all of them were like, "Oh yeah, we were discarded by our universe," and he kept going back to "or never even born," or it's like I never even knew it, because there was never a movie about him. Like, that was the joke, which was great.
Lots of little cameos. We had Toad from the original X-Men movie.
Azrael.
Yeah, Azrael.
I popped for that just because I like the look of Azrael in the original. What was it, X2 that he was in?
X2,
I think it was the second X-Men movie that he was in.
Juggernaut in the same movie, or was that X3? I can't remember. That was X3.
Juggernaut was in multiple, but because Ryan Reynolds even made
version.
the joke in this, he's like, "Oh, you're the newest Juggernaut," because they did multiple in the previous.
Well, this
movies.
is the guy that was in the third one, I think. The third X3.
I thought this was somebody brand new.
Oh,
I
no,
don't think
this
this was
was
anybody that was in the original three.
No, that's the same.
Because the last guy that played it was I forget his name, but he's not a no name, but he
was
not
in the
a big
Deadpool
star.
version. No, this guy was in X3. Let me look it up. Make sure I'm not talking out of skew.
That's okay.
He was the crappy Juggernaut. I'm Juggernaut, bitch. He was that guy.
No, I don't think that's him. He looks similar, but I don't think it's him. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
I'm looking. Yeah, it's Last Stand cast. Give me the cast. Keep going on the other ones while I look this up.
Yeah, Pyro. There's the Pyro from the original X-Men.
Yeah, it's the
shows.
same guy.
And honestly, they finally got a good bad guy in Marvel, in my opinion. I thought.
I thought she did a good job.
Sister.
Oh, I thought she killed it. Yeah, I thought she was
I think she's probably the best bad guy that Marvel's had.
Oh man.
All right, Vinnie Jones.
I really liked her character a lot. I thought there was a lot of depth with her.
They yada yada'd a little bit of her history, which I wish they would have did a little bit more of, but
yeah, they did.
Sorry, I'm still looking.
Vance something is the guy's name.
Oh, I think it is someone different. Boy, it looked just like him, but that's the version they were going for. But boy, it looks
absolutely
just like him, yeah. Wow, it looks a lot like him, but I guess the actor's a lot older now. He probably couldn't look muscular like that.
Yeah.
Well, I really thought it was him. Well, I guess
what's the cloud enemy that was devouring everything?
I didn't know what that was. I didn't know. I've never seen that. What else was there? Hold on, I wrote some down. I think I wrote them.
Yeah.
I think we said them all though.
I was trying to think of the other bad guys that were.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
I think we got all the bad
Pyro
guys.
was in there. He was in one of the X-Men movies. He's the one that shoots the what's her face at the end. I don't know. There's a lot of them. So lots of cameos. Very good. Lots of Easter eggs with Deadpool variants too. We talked about Wolverine variants. A lot of Deadpool variants come out at the end. The Wild West one and Lady Deadpool and all that. They don't do much.
Oh, yeah.
Though. I think if you're really excited to see some of the variants, they didn't really get no screen time.
I did wait around to see some of the voice actors who did it. Matthew McConaughey was the Western one.
He was the Western one. Yeah.
Blake Lively was Lady Pool. Ryan Reynolds' kids actually did Kid Pool and Baby Pool.
Nice.
Who there was another big one and I can't remember who it is off the top of my head right now. Dog Pool.
Dog Pool.
That dog was.
Oh my gosh, Dog Pool was the best for me. It made the movie. That ugly dog. That was hysterical.
It actually won a ugliest dog competition in like Europe or something like that. That's where they found it and said, "Oh no, we gotta."
That's a Deadpool.
Oh my
dog.
gosh. The way that he just let it lick his mouth, it was so gross.
He keeps talking while it's licking the inside of his mouth. He's like, I'm like, oh god, terrible.
Oh god. I guess this is an Easter egg. It opens up with him desecrating the Logan that we know's grave, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I like the whatever that material used in the fight. Like even though he's dead, his skeleton's still made of it, so he can use it in the fight.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. I didn't know what they were going to do. I knew he was going to be a variant, but like I didn't know that they were going to address the other one at all, which I thought was fun and cool. What else? I know there's so much. There's so much jammed in this movie. That I actually was waiting for Loki to show up at one point when they were in the TVA.
Yeah, a lot of TVA references and pruning of the damn bush to change the timelines and a lot of that stuff involved in this.
So there's a point in the movie where he was like, all right, he was talking about all the Deadpools come out and he's like, all right, the multiverse stuff, let's take the L on it. It's not working.
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
I love that they actually recognized it.
They're self-aware. Let's do it. Let's let the bad guys win. Let them prune everything but the sacred timeline. We're good. Let's go back. They didn't do it. Why? I was really thinking they were going to fix all their issues right now. Maybe. No.
Yeah, because now him and Wolverine are actually in whatever 10,008, the whatever that timeline, 10,001, 10,008, whatever. So like they shouldn't be allowed in the 616, right?
Nah, they'll have to do some bullshit to get them there if they ever want to use them again. But yeah, they're in their timeline. They saved it. I really thought they were just gonna shove everybody in one timeline and fix this whole mess because I think they need.
Okay,
to.
I have a problem though. I started to bring it up in the main pod, but I'm gonna bring it up now. The TVA is supposed to find variants that go to other timelines, right? Like that's
what they said in the first season of Loki. Yep.
The whole point of this is that he finds a Wolverine from another one to become the anchor of that timeline. That doesn't make sense. It
well,
goes
he tells them that
everything they've ever said in Loki.
Well, he does say that. He goes, "You think bringing in another Wolverine was going to fix this?"
And that's exactly what it did.
I don't think. Well, no, it's because of what they did at the. Well,
yeah,
no,
because that's in his universe.
I think that I can't remember. So you've seen it twice. Maybe you can tell me. I don't think that universe is saved. It's not going to die immediately. Now it's going to last the next.
No. She said, "Oh no, your timeline is growing back now. You're going to be fine."
Regenerating.
Basically. Right.
But she did. I think she said, "I don't know what you did, but blah 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 blah." Right? Did she say something like that?
Right.
Well, maybe.
But what he did was bring a variant from another place there to fix it.
I mean, I see what you're saying. It doesn't make sense if that's what they go with. I think they need to fix that because that's not what.
And even inside this movie, he says you can't do that. That's not how it works. Well, yeah, it is apparently.
I think that anchor thing too is kind of weak. Like just saying, oh, if someone dies in this universe, the universe dies in a couple hundred. Like that's kind of weak.
I didn't mind it. It
seems silly.
Explaining
though.
it away,
So
I get it, but
it has to be like. Okay, like what about before Wolverine was Wolverine or alive? It
was the 700th joke about Fox sucking the whole time that annoyed me more than anything else. I'm like, I actually like Blade. Shut your fucking mouth, all right? Oh, sorry, language, Chris. Sorry.
She missed her cue. I actually liked a lot of the Fox stuff. Not all of it, but I liked a lot of it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like the first, I
think they screwed
80 times that they made a joke about it, sure. And then you don't punch down, right? They bought it. They own it. They're the rights to most of it now anyway. Don't punch down. Like I get doing it for effect and joking about it, sure, but just you're pummeling a dead horse. I
hope they learn from that. The X-Men was good, and then it went down south because it started doing all these freaking other timelines and stuff, and it just never works out because you just can't. The stakes go down so much when you can just fix anything and say time travel. We're done.
I think I know. I think my problem with it is almost like they're insulting. Like, I know I went off on this on the main pod, but like, it's almost like you guys are idiots for liking that. Like, look how stupid it is. Like, you look like an idiot if you liked all that. No, I like some of it, not all of it. Of course, some of it was stupid, but
Alexa, can you send those tissues to North Carolina?
Shut your mouth.
She said she would.
Okay, just because I don't like something.
No, I get it. There's a lot of it. I didn't take offense. I just thought it was just the same joke over and over. It's like doing the same move in wrestling too much. Like, all right, it loses luster after the 25th
I guess
time.
you like that though. I'll send you tissues when somebody does that in a match.
You should.
How's that?
Good wrestlers don't though. So
I know I don't do that, but anyway.
What else we got in this movie? There was something else I
think they had a miss. Here's what I think. You know how like every freaking movie, like they do something at the very last second, like they save the day at the very last second.
Yeah.
I think it would have been so much funnier in this if Deadpool and Wolverine just joined the cables at the end really quick and there was still like 80% left. Like, oh, we didn't have to wait till the last second to do this. Why is it such a big deal?
Why is
like,
this drama
I
being
think
built?
they missed it with that.
Yeah, I agree. They could do something funny there. The whole movie was fun. There was moments where they did hit you emotionally with certain things. Certain moments were like a little bit better than they probably should have for this kind of movie. You know what I mean? Like emotional moments.
Good point.
Yeah.
I'll get into something I thought was bad. And we keep saying it like, yes, this is a Deadpool movie and joke. I wanted more Jackman. Like, I wanted more, like, maybe to replace the 800th joke that I keep bringing up. Well, seriously, all kidding aside, like, replace that with more emotion from the Hugh Jackman story. And I think I'm not saying it was bad, but I think they could have done even better because, man, he brought it in this movie.
He did. He was super good during his emotional scene. I think that's why they were better than they probably should have been for this movie because he acted so well emotionally with them. Like, I believe that he was in pain, you know? Chris, you're being quiet. Anything in there you liked? Was the action too gory for you? Because there's a lot of gore in this.
It wasn't like I get squeamish easily, so I did look away at some of the action scenes, but also at the same time, Deadpool is so over the top for me that it's like it's easier to watch because like, you know, when they cut off the one guy's head and it like rolls away and he holds it up. It's just like, it's so over the top, right? It's not like
it's almost cartoony.
Anything that it's almost cartoony. This movie just hit where I needed it to hit. Like, I needed just a funny, don't take yourself too serious movie at all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's what this was for me, because they do make fun of themselves like a lot in this movie, right? And I love to see the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, knowing how deep their friendship is in real life and bringing that to the screen with them. I think is really interesting to see that kind of play out on the screen. And I just think they killed it. Personally, for me, this is the MCU movie that I needed to kind of get me rejuvenated and bring me back into it. Now, does it make me excited for what's to come? I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's connected closely enough to, like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm taking a look. I don't even know what's next. That's the problem. Like, it needs to follow up with something good, and I'm pretty sure it ain't going to.
I think Thunderbolts is next, isn't it?
Yeah, but no, most people don't know about. They ain't gonna give a shit about Thunderbolts.
But that's exactly Chris's
Oh no,
point,
Agatha All Along is next.
Like,
Agatha All Along is next. That's terrible.
Oh, that's a show. That's not a movie. But yeah.
But still, it's
I'll be
terrible.
honest though, I need those end credit scenes that MCU is known for to like connect me to what's next. I don't even care if it's 3 years in the future. Like, connect it to something that I can be like, oh, okay, now that's the next thing. That's what I'm looking forward to kind of continue this. And that the age of that, I think, is gone. That's over. So
I
don't think it's over. I think they couldn't do it with this.
Yeah, definitely couldn't do it with this.
Yeah.
This is now a different universe, and it's separated, and these characters are, I don't want to say done, but I'm not saying they can't ever come back to Deadpool, but they're not really MCU, in my opinion. Like,
not yet.
I know that they're right. Not yet. Right. You could always, but But this almost seemed like a swan song to me. Like, okay, this is the last time you're going to see Jackman do this. This might even be the last time you see Reynolds do this. Like,
nope.
That's why I asked the question. Like, does this movie mean anything to MCU? Like,
he's going to be playing it till he's 90.
Well, that's the joke in the movie. But
I mean,
I don't know, man. He's in his 50s, right? We looked it up.
He looked good though.
Oh, Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
No way. He's
Yeah. No, he's older.
Wesley Snipes is 62.
There you go.
And
he can't play
Hugh
Blade.
Jackman.
He's got to be at least mid to late 50s.
55.
There you go.
I mean, God, if I look like I'm 55, yes, ma'am. All right, Agatha All Along is next.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I don't know what that is. It's a Spider-Man freshman year. It's probably animated. 2024.
It's a separate animated thing, yes.
Eyes of
But
Wakanda.
it's not Miles.
Is it Miles?
It is not Miles.
Oh, okay. Eyes of Wakanda. Yeah, they'll have to do. They should do Miles of live action when it's time. After they're done with
I
the
agree.
multiverse movies. Eyes of Wakanda is coming out 2024, which might be interesting. I don't know though. Well, Captain America:
That's
Brave
a
New
show.
World.
That's a show, not a movie.
Yeah,
by
the
way.
next movie is Captain America: Brave New World, February 14th.
Oh, Brave New World. Duh. Yeah, we forgot about that.
That will be out February 14th, 2025. That's when the end credit scene should start to get interesting.
Right. That a tease either Thunderbolts or some form of Avengers.
We have Daredevil
Like
after
that's
that.
when they'll
Or
go back to
Fantastic
that.
Four.
Thunderbolts is the same year, May 2nd of that year. Fantastic Four is July. They have 3 Marvel movies coming. Blade is
Next year.
Holy shit! Hold on now. Is Ironheart a movie or series?
Show.
They have 4 movies. Like Captain America, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and Blade. They have 4 movies coming out next
Oh,
year.
I forgot about Blade. I thought that was 2026.
According to IGN.
Well, no, you're probably right.
So that's 4. So next year, this is it. Captain America's got to set it off.
Well, Fantastic Four is in a different universe, though, right?
I think so.
It would have to be.
Yeah.
We're guessing, kind
I
of.
thought
maybe.
I heard it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vision Quest. What the hell is
What
that?
I was disappointed by this is that this could have been the easy way to introduce the X-Men, right?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
we said, does this movie mean anything to MCU? Well, it could have if you would have brought X-Men in through it because you did all this stuff between interdimensions. We said that we were hoping that Doctor Strange would be let's reset with all new characters that we really want to see, et cetera, et cetera. And they could have done it with this and they did bring an X-Men to a different universe, so
They
but
totally
they
could fix
decided not to go that way.
They
I
totally
do
could have
agree.
fixed theirs.
I feel like they've missed 2 good opportunities to make that connection. So
They missed the opportunity to fix
we
this
could get
multiverse
it.
shit.
And now they're saying that the first X-Men movie won't be until 27,
2026 is Doomsday.
26. Okay.
Secret
well,
Wars.
that's not an X-Men movie though?
Oh, X-Men. I'm sorry. No, that's Avengers. I don't see an X-Men on here.
I think they said not till 27.
Yeah. Actually, I don't. They need to get rid of this multiverse shit because there's nothing on here that looks like it requires it. They're going straight into an Avengers Doomsday movie with nothing before it. Like, I don't even know who the Avengers are at this point. That's it. Anthony Mackie. That's all you got right now. You're going to give me Ironheart and all these C-level characters in your Avengers because I ain't going to watch it.
Well, if Doomsday ends up in we're sounding like real nerds now, but whatever. We watched we looked at these comics when we were a kid.
Yeah.
If we go to Secret War, that's on another planet, and he pulls from multiple places, right? So they could bring Wolverine and Deadpool into that, right?
It's not a multiverse story though, but they could technically just
They
do
could make it that way
Yeah,
now because they're pulling the greatest warriors from different places.
They could
Yeah.
technically do that.
also, I want to back up
Which
and say, I know you're saying all these B and C level characters and blah, 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 but let us remind you that
Guardians?
everyone felt that way about Guardians,
Oh,
I always say
stop.
Guardians when we get to that.
right?
All right, but do you think someone? It's not that the Guardians was.
Saying,
Guardians was a new IP. Like Ironheart is discount Iron Man, stupid Iron Man, right? They're gonna bring in Hawkeye's daughter.
Discount.
Discount-
Guardians was not a new property. It just wasn't played before.
No, but it was its own character. They weren't biting all. It wasn't someone's kid. Like Ironheart is definitely going to be a discount Iron Man, right? That's what they were. They're Hawkeye.
But there are comics with that person now with Ironheart.
Yeah, but they're just a discount Iron Man still, right? They're not their own entity, right? Guardians are their own people. They're their own origin story, whatever. Ironheart's definitely a discount. It's like I don't know. I can't think of someone right off the top of my head, but it's like Ironheart, make it a whole new character. Don't make it a discount Iron Man, because I think people will look at it as less. Oh, that's not Tony Stark. That's not Iron Man. You know what I mean? That's Ironheart.
You could say the same thing about Miles Morales, and he's my Spider-Man.
Oh, here we go.
No, Peter Parker.
Okay, and I'm just saying.
Shut your filthy mouth. I like Miles a lot, but you crossing a line right there.
I'm just saying. There is value, and there can be good characters that come out of other people's stories, right?
No, I agree.
Everyone hated Ironheart because it's.
But I remember someone that also hated Thor in the comics.
Yeah, but at least he's his own character.
Younger.
I did. His
and everyone still craps on Ed Norton as Hawk, but we fixed that too.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think.
Well, not me. I don't work for Marvel, but you know.
It's true, though. It's true. These are all great examples of taking something that could have been bad, but had potential, and seeing that potential through. So I just don't think we should discount them.
But
just
they're not
because
building
they're
them.
Not Superman and Batman and Spider-Man.
No, you can. You absolutely can. Those are your.
Yeah.
You just totally cross DC and Marvel. But anyway, go ahead.
Those are your anchor characters, though. You have to have them in some version. Like even Anthony Mackie is Captain America. It's fun. I like it, but it's not.
Yeah,
the
but
same.
he's a discount Captain America.
A discount?
Even in the damn trailer, he said you might be Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers.
Exactly. All these people are lesser versions of someone before them. That's what I'm saying. They need to create they need to build up new characters to take over the mantles, not as the same, like a cheaper version of that character, right? Does that make sense? That's all I'm saying.
We got 10 rings. We got Miss Marvel. We got.
See, no one likes Miss Marvel.
Or not Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel.
No one likes her. And who else do you have here? You're gonna put Blade in the
strongest.
Avengers? I doubt
she's
it.
the strongest Avenger we have now. I know. Right?
Well, Thor's still around.
Question mark.
Yeah, I don't know Thor. I don't know the power levels of these people. I mean, who are you going to put in there? Okay, you're going to have Anthony Mackie leading it, who's a discount Captain America. You're going to build up Ironheart because it looks like there's a show for her.
You're not excited to see Anthony Mackie on
yes.
again. He's so good.
I agree.
Come on.
I like him. I just don't see you starting to fix this franchise by putting in lesser characters.
You keep saying lesser.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, give it a chance.
I mean, I'll defend Brent. I'm more on your side, Christy, but I will say he's not Chris Evans.
Yeah,
he's not Chris Evans, and I love that they address it in the trailer, and they're like, "You're not Steve Rogers," and what does he say? No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Right. Yep.
I like that.
And he puts the wings back on, and you get this morph of who he was, and who he's trying to kind of.
Look,
I mean,
I don't know.
Brandon, we're getting Red Hawk. I mean, come on.
I know, right?
No, that could be cool. I actually don't know much about Red Hulk, so I'm gonna have to look into that. But if anyone has a shot to make it work, Anthony Mackie can make Captain America work. I agree. Yeah. I'm not discounting that, but he's the only one. Out of all these other people, Ironheart has no chance in hell of being loved by the fans. I'm telling you that right now.
God, I hope he blows it out of the water.
It's a lady, but no. Well, Thor's an original Avenger. So
but you're saying no one else has a chance of restoring this. I mean, like he's
Thor's
one of the OGs. He still could.
He's literally the only one, and they killed him in the last movie. Like that movie sucked.
Well, that wasn't a good movie. They didn't kill the character.
No, but that movie sucked.
They killed his
the excitement for his character.
They killed the person we thought was going to take over the mantle of Thor. Actually,
I actually liked her in that, but I would say the same thing though. She's still not Thor. It wouldn't work.
No, so they killed her.
Yeah, thank God. She cost too much money. That was a funny joke, by the way. Chris Evans died. He got his skin pulled off, which was funny as hell for some reason to me. She was like, whoop, and his skin flies off. And he's like, yeah, but you know about the budget?
That was great.
That was so awesome.
Yes, do you know what he was doing to the budget? Anyway.
That was a funny moment because Deadpool says all this weird shit, like, he was talking so much shit, and he would just go down this list of things you think Deadpool would say, right? And then we didn't talk about the after credits scene.
Right.
And they play that joke back a few times. And Wolverine's like, "You got that guy killed," and blah 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 blah. And then at the end, the after credits scene is Chris Evans actually saying all those things, and he does a funny job of nailing it. I thought that was actually pretty funny.
I love how they show the camera turning off. Like we're really breaking the fourth wall now. Like the camera turns off. Oh, go ahead, continue, Chris, or whatever. And then he just blasts her. but we didn't see it.
It's just funny to see him nail that line. That was a long list of insults, and he nailed it pretty funny. That was pretty cool.
And he used Christy's favorite line. He's like, and I thought I was a person that could shit talk, but this guy, chef's kiss.
He did.
I did notice that, and I was like, oh yeah.
I went nuts when Wesley Snipes came out. I'm not even going to try to hide. I love those Blade movies. The third one was not as good as the other two, but I love those movies. He played that character so well. So when he came out, and I was genuinely surprised because I did not see the I didn't even think that he would be one of the ones.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, they're not going to bring him back. Ryan Reynolds and him had spats. They're not going to bring him back for this. And when he came out, I'm like, oh, yes, that's awesome.
It was cool. I didn't know. It's like her Elektra. That's like, what? Why would you do that? But it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
It was something different. Like you would not expect. I love that he brought these characters back that didn't really get to finish their stories because there's a point in the movie where they say that.
Right.
So I don't know. It was kind of cool. All right, we're at 36 minutes, so maybe we should think about wrapping this up. Anything else they really want to talk about this movie?
Scott, will you see it a third time?
I mean, I got the Regal Unlimited, so it only costs me 50 cents every time I watch it, so maybe.
I know. I'll be honest. This is a movie that I'll probably watch again. Like not in the theater, probably.
Right.
But I think definitely when this comes out, I'll watch it.
So
it was just such a good time, and it's just such a fun time.
Where's it come out on? Is Deadpool on Disney Plus?
What's the MCU stuff on?
Disney Plus.
Yeah, so it'll be on Disney.
Are they putting that kind of stuff on Disney Plus now? I don't know.
Well, what I heard was Disney was starting a not separate channel, but like
an adult version of that. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It would still be on Disney Plus, but it's its own channel, kind of like
it's like
Disney After Dark. That's not what I mean.
I know.
But you know what I mean, like something like that. Like
Disney.
They actually shut up. That would be interesting. But anyway, they actually already had a name for it and everything, but they just haven't put anything.
We actually covered it, but it was so long ago, I don't remember it, and they still haven't done it yet.
But maybe this would be the tentpole for it. You know what I mean? Like
they should. This is a good movie, and I'll definitely watch it again when it does come out on whatever streaming service it eventually will. But all right, guys,
Can I just say, I'm really interested in what our listeners think. If they agree with what we've talked about, what cameos were you really excited about? What jokes did you think were just really spot on, and did you find really funny? So please leave us some comments and give us your feedback. What were your thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine?
All right, guys, that's it. Yeah, leave them in the comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do that. It helps us immensely if you're willing. If you haven't yet, check out our podcast. We are a podcast. We have about 200 episodes deep in the can. Go back and watch some of those that are more relevant to the movies you like, and we will see you on the next one.
Join the universe.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.